Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good to have you with us today. Welcome to another daily devotion. My name is Dave. I'm a Christian recording artist and a worship leader based in New Jersey, but I travel up and down the East Coast leading nights of hope and nights of worship. And this weekend is no different. I'm actually out on the road right now. I'm in Andover, Massachusetts, heading to Cranston, Rhode Island tonight for a show. But we played last night in Exeter, New Hampshire, and I wanted to chat about one section of the show, just one little section. We had a cool little crowd there. What a beautiful town. If you've never been to Exeter, New Hampshire, I highly recommend it. There's a great pizza place there called Otto Pizza. I think they're based in Portland, Maine, but they have a franchise, I guess, in Exeter. And then there's a great bookstore, and I think there was a record store too. So it hit all of my favorite things. I couldn't hit the record store. I hit the bookstore and got this really cool book about English myths, which would be kind of fun to read. I guess my path has run out here. But so we're in the middle of the show last night, and I'm out on tour with a guy named Ross King. And Ross did his set, I came up and started mine, and I got to the song of mine called The Love of Jesus. And I just listened to a devotion this morning on that Dwell Bible app. And you guys know that I'm a big fan of that app. And the woman speaking in the devotion was talking about Psalm 139, and that kind of brought to memory last night when I was singing this bridge of the love of Jesus over people. And at the end of the bridge, I usually stop and say, all right, we're going to sing the second bridge, I guess you could call it, just says hold us. But I said, does anybody know what psalm we just sang? And, nobody really raised their hand. And I was like, really? Nobody knows? And then one older woman raised her hand, and she said, it's Psalm 139. And I said, yeah, right. You must be a Sunday school teacher. And it turns out she was. But it's a simple psalm. And it just says, if I rise up to the heavens, you are there. If I go down to the valleys, you are there. If I soar or fly on wings of eagles, you are there. And it's just this promise of the Father that says, no matter where you go, I will be with you. And for me, that is a beautiful promise. If I rise on wings of eagles, you are there. So if I have incredible days where, maybe we don't feel like we need God as much on that particular day, but he's still there. And then if I go down to the valley, maybe on days where things are just, hopefully this wind isn't cutting me out, but on days when I go down to the valley where things are just collapsing, and we say to ourselves, we need God today. We really need him today. He's there. And just that thought, that human dynamic of the psychology almost of it, when things are going really good, I don't feel like I need the Lord as much. But when they're going really, really bad, I really need him. And it's a tough, I was thinking about hey, how does God feel about our attitude like that? What does that do? Let's say you have a child, and that child says to you, I'm good right now. I've got money in the bank. I've got a job. I've got a car that runs, a house that isn't falling down. I'm good. So I don't need you as much right now, mom or dad. And then all of a sudden the job goes, the bank account drains, the house, whatever, just everything falls apart. And then all of a sudden that child is like, I really, really need you. And so it got me thinking, and I was like, man, as a father, I'm a father of two, As a father, let me try to stay out of this wind here. As a father, that would hurt a little bit. And I'm just thinking about like, how does Jesus feel when we're like that? Like when we go those stints of, I'm good, everything's cool. You know, I don't need as much Jesus in my life right now as I did last year when things were falling apart. Does this make sense? And so I think the idea is, well, maybe we should be a little more consistent with our walk with Jesus, where it's a daily dependence. And I love that there was an old song, and I've used this lyric, I think once, or at least once, where I have this declaration of dependence upon the Father. And that dependence every day is a dependence on the Father, not just on the bad days where I really need him, but it's on the good days too, where everything is perfect and we can say, you know, God, thank you. Just thank you for today. Like, thank you that everything ran smoothly, the car started, the house was in order, the bank account, the bills got paid, all of that stuff. Thank you for that. And then in the midst of the struggles and the hurt, we can also say, God, thank you for these trials, because these are drawing me closer and closer to you. But even as I say that, I'm like, wait, shouldn't it be all of it draws us closer and closer to him? Because the trials make us naturally lean deeper into the Father. But also, the goodness and the thankfulness should also draw us closer and closer to the Father, right? When things are good, when things are happening, when things are really cooking, like that should be like, oh Lord, thank you even more right now. Because I know that life is this series of valleys and peaks and just everything in between, and yet he remains constant. Our relationship with him gets kind of all over the place, but he continues to remain constant. And that's the thing that I think I'm grappling with this morning is, how do we make him more constant in our lives? And how do we continue the process of gratitude more and more in our lives daily, whether it be a high or a low day or anything in between? How do we continue to daily acknowledge his presence in our lives and thank him for it? And thank him for whatever it is going on. Yeah. It's a heavy thought. Anyway, that was just the thought for today. So hopefully you got something out of that. Go read Psalm 139. If I rise up to the heavens, you are there. If I go down to the valleys, you are there. If I fly on wings of eagles, you are there. Everywhere you surround me, right? You are there. Go listen to the song, The Love of Jesus, if you want, maybe worship to it. If you're a member in our community, there's a video, a worship video of it that you can check out. But it's a compelling thought. It's a compelling thought to kind of just acknowledge Jesus in all of it. And so today, that's the prayer. God, we just pray that we would acknowledge you in the midst of everything that we do. And thank you for it. The good, the bad, the ugly, the joys, just everything. We just thank you for it. Alrighty? Thanks for tuning in. Join our community. Head over to joindavesband.com and get involved in our community. And together we are changing lives and we're seeking Jesus every day. So if you need more info, if you want to see what it looks like, I've built kind of a sample page of what the membership looks like. Just go to joindavesband.com and you can get involved there. And membership starts at just $10 a month, and that funds me as an artist. This is 100% independent ministry. It's just you guys and me and God. And we just love, we love our fans. Can't do it without you. So head over to joindavesband.com, get involved, and I guarantee that it'll change your life. And the people you meet in there will change your life as well. Alrighty, today, go read Psalm 139 and go check out the song, The Love of Jesus. We'll see you later. Take care. Have a good one.